Hi Taurus, it's Michelle from the Guided Intuitive. How are you? And thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a read for the second half of August, and this is going to be a general read. So if you're looking for a personal read that truly taps in your own personal energies, then you want to go to the Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box below. All right, so let's jump into this. I do want to thank all of you that have been booking coaching sessions, discovery sessions, whether it pertains to your business and starting your business, whether it pertains to your relationship or just life overall. You definitely want to book a discovery session up here. It is complimentary, so it does allow some few minutes for us to get to know each other. A good 30 minutes for us to understand, kind of see where you're at, and see if we're a good match. And if it is a good match in terms of kind of closing the gap to where you are now and where you want to be, then we invite you into one of our programs or one of our packages. Okay, so for those interested, it's also again in my description box. So let's jump into this. What I was getting for you, it was kind of in my pre-shuffle here, is that getting specific on what you want to come to fruition is going to matter. There's no doubt about it. And I'm sorry guys, I thought I heard someone at the door. But that's what that says. So getting specific about your goals and your manifestation, that matters. So it's asking you to narrow things down a little bit in terms of what it is that you want. So that's what's coming through here. And it's also about if you feel that you can't overcome something or kind of get to that point, this is really, think of it like a sport, okay? Think of it like any sort of sport in terms of what it is that you want. And you're focusing, you're taking inspired action, you're practicing, you're doing what you can to actually get you there. So that's what this is talking about, that, just having no expectations, just focus on overcoming what it is and practicing and doing what it is that you're doing, and just, getting to that point where you're feeling really capable and confident at it, okay? So that's what seems to be coming through for some of you. So just note that, all right? Let's jump into this and see what's going on for you here, where you're currently at right now. I'll talk about you on one side and the other person on the other. Feel free to reverse the messages. You might resonate with one side more than the other. Just note that. And energy is fluid. I might be talking to you about some of you that are currently experiencing this energy, maybe in the past, now, or in the future. All right. So let's jump into this. Okay, where you're at right now. And it can be one side of a situation or another. Friend, family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, even a person of interest. All right. So what we get right now in terms of where you're at right now is obviously strategizing, right? How you want to move forward. Maybe what I talked about in terms of manifesting, narrowing things down a little bit, kind of getting a little bit more specific, and being creative about how to move forward. This is a 3 card as well. So that talks about creativity, right? And, having that vision, planning that action, and manifesting that at its highest vibration. And that's what I feel coming through here. So you're kind of strategizing. You're going to take someone with you. Do you have to leave someone behind if you take someone with you? What does that look like for you? Okay, so we'll pull 3 more cards here and see what wants to come out. So in this relationship or situation, what we've got is the 6 of Pentacles. We've got the High Priestess, right, coming through here, and then we've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so what this tells me is that there is an opportunity. Maybe you're helping someone out in terms of growing or moving forward, or someone's helping you out. What I feel, Taurus, is that perhaps it's all about balancing the scales. Okay, getting things balanced in the situation or in this relationship. I do get the High Priestess card after that, which is really beautiful because this has you focused on your intuition. This has you focusing on your truth, and this is a major arcana card too. So when I see this, this is telling me that there's orders and rules and things to kind of move forward, and so that's what this talks to me about. And when I see the High Priestess, how do I want to say this? It's kind of like it represents the moon, so it's about what's coming from memory, what's coming from intuition. So that's coming into play. And then I get the Knight of Wands, which is emotion of someone coming forward. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. This could be, I think someone's coming into you because it's moving this way. And even though they're a little bit afraid, I get Aries, Leo, Sagittarius kind of coming your way. Then again, the Knights are all about motion. And when it comes to this, is someone being very romantic, being very charming. They've got the confidence now, so there's running for it before they're coming towards you before they lose it. It's almost what I feel. It's coming towards you, so you've got an opportunity coming your way. I'm just saying. All right, but so in terms of what it is that you want, it's going to be based on what it is that you want. That all stems from what it is that you want to create in terms of your love life, your relationship, whatever's brought you to my channel. But that's what I see here. How interesting. All right, anything else that's coming for you right now here that we need to look at? Yeah, so what we have here is the Hangman. We've got the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful. Damn, Taurus, this is great. We have the Hangman, the Ten of Cups, and then we've got the Star card. Two major arcanas here, right? Two major arcanas right out, outlining the Ten of Cups. I mean, okay, I'm done. Drop mic. I mean, this is done. This is beautiful. This just has you focusing on what it is that you want and getting specific. So probably kind of what I've discussed at the very beginning of the read, kind of getting the enlightenment to get more specific on this Ten of Cups. You want this family. You want this coming to fruition. You want this wealth and establishing of wealth and establishing of family and all of that it involves. And that's what I see here. And it might have to do with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, and this could be also you taking on this type of energy. But this is about a Star card has to do with an Aquarius. So there you have it. But it could also be really focusing on inspiration, motivation, your truth, your hope. And this is like a bare naked truth of inspiration and hope, right? So, and it's following your true north as it pertains to your love life and this situation. This is beautiful. You've got it down. I think you're getting enlightened. You're focusing on that Ten of Cups and you're focusing on the hope and the inspiration and everything there. And just, this is about getting more detailed about it, getting a little bit more analytical about it. That's, the Hangman. So this is good. This is good. I like seeing this. Good. All right. So guys, let's go ahead and take a look at this other person on this other side, see where they're at. What do we get? Nice. So what we get is the Nine of Cups. We get the Seven of Cups. And then we get the Ace of Cups. There is emotions and love all over the place here. This is this is about being very satiated in their love life, in their situation, okay? This is saying that they've got a lot of choices to make. And then this is about intimacy, companionship. This is an opportunity and potential for that. This is beautiful. I think they see that potential here. And I think maybe they have some of this passion that's coming through. They might be high in passion if they don't have fire in their chart. But I almost feel that it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. They've definitely got a lot of fire in, a lot of emotions here. But this is for them being really satiated, them having a lot of choices, and then moving forward and making the choice that they want to make. And this is the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. This, again, compassion, intimacy, they're ready to move forward in that. So they're ready to move forward in that. They're feeling really good. They're having choices. So this is great. What else wants to come into play? Wow. Okay, so then we get the Lover's card, another major arcana, the Three of Cups, and then the Nine of Pentacles. This is as it relates to love, having choices and opportunity as it pertains to love. Could be dealing with a Gemini. Okay, for some of you with this Lover's card here, yeah. So the Lover's card is about there's a duality. There's maybe some sort of decision that has to be made in terms of love as well. But it's divinely guided here. There's no doubt it's divinely guided. The three people are not going to work out in this relationship or situation. Okay, this has you also for some of you. That's just a no for some of you. Others, this is about going out and celebrating, right? Maybe because of basking in some of the achievement that you've achieved. And again, you might resonate with one side more than the other. I'm just concentrating on you here, and then here on this other side for the other person. But you might resonate with one side more than the other. But this person is feeling, very, established. This is about, feeling, gratitude and luxury for the hard work that they put in. So for some of you, if you happen to be dealing with, this is a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo type energy, but this is about celebrating, right? And this is an opportunity in love. So some of you, for this person on this side, is they've done a lot of hard work. Now they're celebrating. They've reached a point, I think, where they feel emotional fulfillment. I mean, look at this. The Nine of Cups here, the Ace of Cups, right? And your Lover's card. I mean, there's love all over on this side. This is really interesting. This is really great. This means that they've come to a really good point here. So that's beautiful, okay? So what they're doing right now is they're really just shining their light, okay? I'm going to go back over to you on your side and see what is the kind of what it is that kind of that you need to, that you're feeling, kind of a little bit about where you're at. Strengthening your gifts. Okay, so this is about strengthening, you know, your gift of intuition. I think it's because, you know, the giving and receiving, right? But also strengthening your gifts of the High Priestess card is coming through here. I think you're really focused in on that. What is the cause of, you know, is there any thing that needs to be, that's important that needs to come out? What's most important that needs to come out on your side right now as it pertains to any sort of shadow side, anything of the sort? What do we get? Okay, so what we get is the Queen of Wands, the Magician, and then we've got the Eight of Swords. So the Queen of Wands, I mean, she's that sexy female, confident, you know, really good looking, can get what she wants, creates what she wants to, very confident, very spiritual, might have a cat, you know, there too, but very spiritual minded. So the Queen of Wands is all about, you know, the vibrancy, exuberance, focusing on life, on the light, and then on light itself, okay? This is confidence with the yellow, that's the solar plexus chakra. So a lot of confidence here. And then I get the Magician card, knowing that you have all the resources necessary to create what it is that you want. Again, we talked about this at the beginning. It's really interesting. You have everything and all the tools and resources you need to aspire and to create what it is that you want to create. It's about getting rid of any sort of Eight of Wands energy. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy, but this is all about being tied up at a certain perception, and this is about losing that perception, okay? Getting rid of that perception. It's an 8 card, which is good because the 8 is about change, and it also is about balance, right? And you got that at the very, very beginning in terms of balancing things out, okay? So this could be in a relationship or situation. What is it that you need to, what's the different perspective that needs to be taken, okay? Here, what is it? Wow, surrender into silence. A lot of you got inner peace, silence. There's been a lot of commotion, I think, for a lot of the different signs around. And maybe, guys, it has to do with everyone, you know, a lot of the people staying at home with COVID and then just being able, there's a lot more people at home. There's a lot more ways that we have to become inventive about doing things. And sometimes it gets a little noisier. I myself have kind of moved to a place, I'm downtown, which is a little bit more, more business, right? There's a lot of more activity and things happening. So it's going to bring a little bit more noise, but this is about surrendering to silence, doing what you can to surrender to the silence, okay? That's what's coming into play. So, you know, whatever it is, if it's a meditation, it's some sort of a walking meditation, maybe going out into nature and doing that, and maybe just what we want to do is to do whatever you can to create the stillness within, you know, and it could be listening to your favorite music, it could be going and listening to a meditation, but it's going to help heal and it's going to help replenish you, and that's what's going to be really key. So surrendering to silence is going to give you a change and a better perspective in terms of where you're at. And that's interesting because it almost looks like there is a peaceness here, almost like a lighthouse, and it kind of turns on the light for you of your inner inside. And surrender to any sort of defensiveness. And this is saying to communicate in a more empowered way. This is talking about, you know, get centered to where you can hear your soul and focus on that inner sanctuary, and then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Maybe as it pertains to a relationship or situation here. So this new perspective needs to be, is coming into play. And I think that you're balancing that out. It could be by, you know, for a conversation of some sort, but any sort of anxiety, what's going to help you is surrender to defensiveness and to silence, okay? And what is your best way forward? You know, what can help you in the best way forward? Nurture yourself first. It all starts with you, doesn't it? It's so true, guys. It's so true. It definitely starts with you. So it's definitely nurture yourself in the best way forward, and forgive and forget, okay? So being able to do that, because when you let go of that pent-up energy, that energy that is kind of keeping you tight and tied up, it allows you to open up and have more space to be able to move forward, and of course into manifesting exactly what it is that you want. So that's going to be very, very key for you. seek that hidden treasure of your inner peace, right? Of surrendering to silence and that inner peace. So it does want you to seek that hidden treasure within you. You've got a lot of it inside you, and that's what it wants you to do. For this other person, what is it? That they anything else that wants to come through for them? I just want to pull one more card on this side to see if there's anything else. Repetition. So maybe that they're getting rid of something that has been a repetitive issue for them in their life, that's left them kind of tied up in the past, and now they're celebrating that they've overcome some sort of repetition. Again, could be a mindset. It could be something that they have done in their relationship or situation over and over that had eluded them previously, right? Almost like buffalo walking through the minds of their head, right? And left them in a little bit of anguish up here, is what I see here. So how did they overcome this repetition on this side, guys? Let's just take a look real quick. They surrender to spirit, right? It's surrendering to spirit. Once they've done everything that they can, this is saying, surrendering to spirit. And this is about letting the magic work for them now. And I think they're celebrating the fact of that, right? And there we go. They're shining their light, right? What is the best way for you to move forward in this relationship or situation? What's the best way for you to move forward in this relationship or situation? Let's see what that is. See what that is. We're going to pull 3 cards for this on steps to overcome the situation. Okay, so what do we get? We get perspective. So it's about taking a different perspective. We talked about that already, guys. It's coming through again. So this is interesting. Remember, we've got the 8 of Swords. It's about taking a different perspective. Sorry for the glare there, guys. But taking a different perspective is going to be key. And then we get brilliance. It's going to bring in a lot of these brilliant ideas on how to move forward, how you want to move forward. Ideas, some of which you're going to use right away, some you're going to save for later, but it brings in the brilliance, right? Remember we said like that that hidden treasure within, you're getting these downloads. And then it actually grounds yourself. It allows you to focus on your inner peace, your inner sanctuary, your inner strength, and not let outward instances like from the environment, any outside influences is what I'm talking about. Any outside influences affect you or rock your core. You're going to be so solid, and that's what this wants you to do. Very, very key. So that's what's going to help you overcome. Anything on this other side for this other person that will help them, just so you know and can kind of see what that looks like. What we get is moving forward efficiently, moving forward to what is their treasure and what it is that they want, and not being fearful of it. So it's now, instead of holding back from any sort of patterns that in the past may have held them back, what they're doing is they're holding on to their true essence of themselves and their gold, and they're listening to spirit, right? We talked about that them surrendering to spirit is really going to help them overcome any sort of anxiety or anything of the sort, and then focus on being dependable in a relationship or situation, but knowing that it starts with them first. And dependability is not just one kind act, it is a layer of acts over and over again. So that's what seems to want to come into play here. So this is really beautiful. This is really beautiful. So let's go ahead and find out what is the best way for you to move forward as it pertains to your love life here. We're going to pull 2 cards. I'm going to pull one, which is going to be a lover's oracle. Let's go ahead and do that first, and then we'll pull the other one here. But what is the best way to move forward in terms of your love life? What is most important that you need to know in terms of your love life that is going to be important for you in terms of moving forward? Let's see what that is. Here it is. It flipped over. Here it is. There it is. Here we got it, guys. What is it? Power. Well, 2 came out, so I'm going to take them both, guys, okay? Okay, power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. Okay, this is as it pertains to love. So guys, note your comments below. That might resonate with some of you. So note your below. I'd love to know, and definitely like and subscribe. It helps my channel. So your power, you've got the power within you. No is a sentence. Okay, so just understand what it is. That's why I think it was about you narrowing down to what it is that you want. The other card that I got was only time will tell. This is not on your timeline. It's not on my timeline. It's in divine timeline, okay? So this is saying is, you know, to have faith, right? And to know that only time will tell, right? And that's what this wants to let you know. It's not forcing it or making it happen. So that's what wants to come into play. You got 2 of them that came out, guys. That hasn't happened for the last 6 reads that I've done. So interesting. And then I want to pull just a Sacred Rebels card to close the read out for you. Okay, so let's pull a Sacred Rebels. This is when the energy gets kind of full of anxiety, kind of how you can kind of work best and what's going to be your best advice in terms of kind of tampering that sacred sacred rebel in you. What is it? Ooh, my gosh. Remember we talked about, guys, about manifesting? This is interesting. This is talking about the big, bold vision, okay? And this is really heightened by your third eye, right? And it is also, yeah, it's a 15 card. 15 reduces to a 6, and 6 is about a rebirth, having a brand new change. This is beautiful. Wow. So this is about, you know, when I see this card, it tells me this is about that you completed some sort of process in your life, okay? It's almost as if there's been almost like you're not born to play small. That, you know, this big bold vision is not about, you know, playing small. It's about being big, right? Being. You see the bees on here? It's like being big, okay? You're not supposed to play small in this relationship or situation, okay? You have the ability to dream big. And this is about, you know, getting to the guts and tapping into your intuition on this. And there's like some sort of vision, guys. There's some sort of idea that's coming to you, and you worry that it's too much for you. And this is saying, no, that's not the case. You might have to do some tweaking, maybe about letting some things go, and you know, changing the way that your schedule of some sort or whatever that looks like. But that's what's coming into play. So it just talks about you getting to that point, and I think it's beautiful, right? So releasing all the beliefs that are around you, or, you know, anything that might be holding you back, that's going to be super key. But it's also about, again, refining and narrowing. We talked about that at the very beginning, right? We talked about that it's important for you to do that. Don't think small. You were put on this earth to you see something greater, and that's what wants to come through for you. So it's very, very beautiful. Don't hold yourself back. You know, and apologize and be small. It wants you to be big, dream big, be bold, take those steps. And especially if it has to do with a relationship or situation, go for what it is that you want, okay? Even if it means holding things out and taking its time to see what that is, you know? Don't, you know, trust your inner perception. Don't trust what other people say, because you see the third eye is being highlighted there. So that's what this is coming out to play for you guys. So I hope that this resonates with you. Please note your comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, namaste.